Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. Somehow it is already the end of October and I'm sitting down to bring to you my favorites for the month of October. And I've got some really awesome products to share with you, so let's go ahead and jump right in. The first two products I'm going to talk about really quickly because I included them in my fall favorites video. I will link that video up above. I filmed that during the month of October and I really just rounded up a lot of the skincare, body care, and makeup that I love reaching for when it becomes fall. So if you're in the mood for kind of fall items, be sure to check out that video. But I'm sharing these two items because I think they're really great and they also deserve a spot in my favorites video. The first one is from Lovinah. This is their collagen lip plumping oil. It's beautiful. It's got the gold leaf in it. It just is a luxe product, and they do have some tinted versions of the lip oil as well in like pinks and reds. I haven't tried any of those out. I've only tried out this one, but I really like it. It feels really nourishing on the lips and it's not at all sticky because it is an oil, but it's just super nourishing on the lips. And I really like, I've mentioned this before, I like that it has an applicator and I can just apply it with the applicator. I really enjoy the experience of using it. I feel like it's a very luxe product and I just noticed that it leaves my lips feeling really nice. Especially this time of year. I mean, I have dry lips like 90% of the time, but especially when we start moving into fall and winter, my lips get even more dry. So having a product like this on hand is a true lifesaver. And I also find it very comfortable if I put this on and then put like my face mask on top of it because it's not sticky or gloopy at all. It doesn't get stuck to my face mask or anything like that. So if you're also looking for a product that you can put on your lips that's a little bit nourishing but doesn't interfere with your mask, I also think this is great for that as well. And just so you know, you like don't really see the gold leaf on your lips. It just kind of looks cool. When you scoop this out, you do get a little bit of the gold leaf, but it's not like super noticeable on your lips. So in case you were curious about that. Okay, the second product is from Grown Alchemist, and they did send this to me, but I genuinely am loving this. This is their hand cream, and I have the vanilla and orange scent. I just have been using this nearly every night, and it really has been wonderful. One of the reasons I love it so much is it's not a super thick hand cream. I do like a good thick balm, and I use those when I need like serious emergency rescue on my hands. But for everyday use, I prefer a product like this because it absorbs in. I can use it at night or I can use it during the day and like put it on and still go around and do things. My hands aren't just like totally slippery. But I find that this is a really nourishing product that sinks in really nicely. So if you're looking for a hand cream this fall and you want something that absorbs in really nicely, I do highly recommend this. Moving on, I haven't had a chance to share my love for this product in a video yet, so I'm going to be doing it right here, right now. And that is the Lovinah bronzers. So that's how I ended up with the lip oil. Was when I purchased the bronzer, they were had a gift with purchase of the lip oil. And I picked up the bronzer and I got the lightest shade of the bronzer, and it is, I believe, in the shade, I don't know how to say it, but it's, I think it's like Danakil. It's Danakil. And I have to say, I am really impressed by this bronzer. I am wearing it today. But what I love about it is the shades. Well, okay, first off, we know from the Lovinah eyeshadow palette. So Lovinah has an incredible powder formula and they translated that into these bronzers. It's just got the right level of pigmentation, especially for a bronzer. Like it's not overly pigmented. It blends out super well. It's just a beautiful, beautiful powder. But what makes it even better is the shade range. The shade range is huge on this bronzer, which it's mind-blowing. It's definitely, I think, the best in clean beauty, and it's better than a lot of conventional beauty shade ranges as well. So Lovinah is just killing it. I have super fair porcelain skin, and I did a video recently, and I will link it up above, where I tried out a lot of bronzers in the clean beauty space and shared with you my thoughts. I swatched all of them, let you know which ones I thought worked well for fair skin. And unfortunately, this one hadn't launched yet. Otherwise, I definitely would have included it in that video. But it's incredible. Like, not only did they manage to get a wide variety of bronzer shades and actually have bronzers that work for deeper skin tones, but they also have one of the best bronzers for fair skin that I've encountered, because if you look at this in the pan, like it's actually pretty late. I imagine if I actually were able to get a tan, this is a few shades darker than, where I am now, but like it's an actual skin tone. It's not like orange, it's not red. It's actually like a deeper version of my skin tone, which is exactly what you should have for a bronzer. And so when I put it on, it just looks very natural, and it doesn't have any shimmer in it. I do like a good shimmery bronzer, but this one just blends so easily, and the shade of it is so spot on that I don't mind that it doesn't have shimmer in it. So if you are at all in the market for a bronzer, I highly, highly recommend checking out the Lovinah bronzers, especially because they have such a huge shade range. I feel like you can really find a bronzer that works well for your skin tone. And they also do a really good job of taking each bronzer and telling you, like describing which skin tone it would go for. I don't think they have the best swatches for them. That would be an improvement, but overall, I think this is really great. And also Lovinah is an awesome Black-owned brand. So if you want to support a Black-owned brand, I highly recommend Lovinah. They are incredible. They have incredible skincare, makeup, you name it. They've got it, and it's awesome. So not at all surprised I love this, but it definitely deserves a spot in my favorites for the month of October. I just haven't been reaching for it quite as much. I wish it'd come out a few months earlier because bronzers in the summer are more my jam, but this one is honestly so natural looking that I feel comfortable wearing it in the fall and probably into the winter as well. So every once in a while, I like to include like favorites that are still my favorite, like products I'm still loving. And one of the ones this time is the Maya Chia Refreshment. I whipped this out the other day because as we're transitioning seasons and we're getting into cooler weather, I'm starting to get like a little bit of dryness. Obviously I have oily skin and it still stays oily throughout the winter, but I can develop like little dry patches, and I found that my skin responds really, really well to chemical exfoliation. And this is a like chemical exfoliating mask, and it is one of my all-time favorite chemical exfoliating masks. I find that it's really gentle but effective, and I love the scent of it. It's mint, and it's got this beautiful, I almost spill this every time, but it's got this beautiful blue color, and it is just such a pleasant mask. It's like a cool tingle instead of like a warm tingle, which I really, really enjoy. It is expensive, but if I had to recommend one like chemical exfoliating mask, this would definitely be the one I would recommend. I really enjoy it and wanted to let you know I'm still loving it and still using it very actively. Let's move on to a product that is probably absolutely no surprise to you that I am loving. And this is the new Ilia liquid to powder chromatic, I always forget what they're called, like the liquid powder chromatic eyeshadow tint, whatever these are, the new liquid eyeshadows from Ilia. And I have two shades of them. I have the shade Fresco and Mythic, and I love both of them. And I will stand here and say I still love the Kosas 10 Second Eyeshadow in the shade Globe. I still really love the Pacifica, whatever, the ones that are like the dupe for the Glossier liquid eyeshadows. But I also really love these. And that's the thing, I can love all of them. Like, we don't have to have a favorite. These are different in formula from those two. Those two are much more liquidy. This is more of like a moussey consistency. And I find that they don't like separate as much as the other ones. So if you want one that's just like a little bit thicker, not as runny, isn't as prone to like needing mixing, these are great options. I love the colors Mythic and Fresco. I would have picked a patch, but that one actually sold out during the Creative sale. So fortunately, I just have these two, but I'm loving them, and I think the formula is really, really great. They stay in place really well. I have very minimal problems with them creasing or transferring. I do wear them on top of my Aaron's Faces eye primer. I put every eyeshadow, liquid or powder, on top of that eye primer because it really acts as an amazing base and really helps the longevity of all my eyeshadows. But I find that with that combination, like, I'm good. And these are perfect for like one eyeshadow look. So yeah, I have to say I am really, really enjoying these. And if you've been on the fence, you should definitely check them out. And I actually have two products from Conrad Beauty that I'm going to be talking about. And the first one is the lipstick. And I have the lipstick in the shade Shell. I'm wearing it on my lips today, and I have a video reviewing Conrad Beauty. I will link that up above. What I said in the video is none of the products were like mind-blowing products, but there are some products that I have enjoyed from the line and have been reaching for quite a bit, and this lipstick is one of them. And the reason why I like this lipstick so much is I love the color. The color shell is just a beautiful neutral color. It's just lovely. I love it. And it looks good on my fair skin. Sometimes these kind of more nude lipsticks, I mean, it's not super nude, but like some of these more nude lipsticks can be a little dicey on me with my coloring, but this one I love. And I really like the formula of it. And I know the formula is not for everyone. I describe it as feeling like you don't have any lipstick on. Like it's not matte and drying. It doesn't feel like dry on your lips, but it also isn't like super creamy and moisturizing either. It just kind of feels like you have nothing on, which is, I kind of like that. Like there are times where I want a really creamy formula, but if I want something that is a little bit more matte, a little bit more transfer proof, but also not drying, this is the perfect solution for me. And I've been wearing it with mask on. It holds up really well with mask. Like it's just a really nice formula, and it's something that I've been reaching for. So I should include it in my favorites because it has become something that I've been reaching for and a favorite of mine throughout the month. And then the final product is another one from Conrad Beauty. And this is the eyeshadow palette. And this is the eyeshadow palette in the shade Magic Hour. And here's the thing, the eyeshadow formula on this one is not like mind-blowing. It's not like the Atelier Beauty eyeshadow formula. It's not like the best eyeshadows I've ever tried. But what I do really like about this is the shades. So there are so many warm-toned eyeshadow palettes on the market, and there's a warm-toned Conrad Beauty eyeshadow palette, which I just don't have any interest in. But I do like a good kind of like cool, neutral to cool toned palette. And the reason I like this one so much is because of the shades. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, the reason I enjoy using this palette is it doesn't pull overly pink or purple. It just is a very nice neutral palette. The shade here is a little purpley, but overall it's neutral. It's not overly cool. It doesn't pull purple. It doesn't pull too pink. And to be really honest, purpley eyeshadows can be a little dicey on me with my skin tone, and especially purpley gray. Like gray eyeshadows are a complete no-go for me. That's why you never see me wearing them. I do not like how they look on me at all. It just doesn't, I don't know, something just doesn't work well. But this palette, if you're looking for like a more neutral toned palette that's not pulling like too pink, too purple, this is a really good option. It's expensive. The formula is good. Like it's not amazing, it's not bad. It's right in the middle, good. But I think what stands out more about this palette is the actual undertone of the shades, and it's something that's pretty rare, and especially to find it in a complete palette is nice. I'm putting it out here because I am enjoying using it for that reason, especially as we're transitioning into fall. I do really like these shades, and I have been reaching for them quite a bit. I'm obviously wearing warm-toned eyeshadows today to coordinate with my sweater, but overall I am very much liking this, and if you're looking for something along these lines, it is a really good option. Because that's really, I like the Ilia Cool Nudes palette, but I just don't reach for it that much because it pulls too purple on me. And this one just doesn't do that. So I end up reaching for this instead of the Ilia Cool Nudes. Although the Ilia Cool Nudes is a really nice palette, it's just the shades, I found myself gravitating towards these more. So hopefully that made sense. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit short, but you know, I've been having a lot of long videos recently. I just want to keep this short and sweet and just tell you what I'm enjoying. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you're notified of when I post new videos. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!